Hello students, in this video we will be discussing about some common laboratory apparatus and the precautions to be taken in a chemistry laboratory. Common laboratory apparatus. To do practical work in a laboratory, we need some apparatus. As we know, we perform various experiments in the chemistry laboratory, and to do these experiments smoothly, we must know how to handle different laboratory apparatus properly. So now let us have a look at various laboratory apparatus. Beaker. Beaker is a cylindrical vessel with a flat bottom and a pouring tip. It is used for mixing, storing, and heating substances. Flask. Flask is a glass bottle with a narrow neck and a broad base. Flask is used for storing liquids. It is available in different shapes, volumes in the laboratory. Measuring cylinder. It is a graduated glass cylinder and is available in different capacities such as 100 ml, 500 ml and 1000 ml. It is used for measuring the volume of liquids. Funnel. Funnel is a cone-shaped wide glass vessel and it has a narrow neck. It is used for filtration and transferring liquids from one container to another. It prevents the spilling of the liquid which is being poured. Gas jar. Gas jar is a cylindrical vessel and is made up of hard glass and has a lid. It is used to collect and store gases. Test tube. Test tube is a cylindrical vessel which is closed at one end. It is used to perform various chemical tests. Iron stand. Iron stand consists of an iron platform with an iron rod and one or two clamps which are used to hold and suspend apparatus. Tripod stand. It is a stand having 3 legs. It is used for keeping glassware like beaker, flask, etc. for heating. Wire gauze. It is a square iron net with gauze in the center. It ensures uniform distribution of heat. Test tube stand. Test tube stand is a stand used for supporting test tube. They are made of wood or plastic. Test tube holder. It is a metal strip with a wooden or plastic handle. It is used for holding the test tube while it is being heated. Test tube brush. It is a coiled iron wire with plastic bristles. It is used to clean the test tube and other glasswares such as flask. Porcelain dish. It is an open and shallow container used for evaporating liquids. It can absorb a large amount of heat without breaking. Mortar and pestle. We can grind the solid substances into powder with the help of pestle. They are made up of porcelain. Spirit lamp. Spirit lamp consists of a tank which is made up of glass or steel and it contains spirit. It has a neck through which the cotton wick passes. This wick soaks up the spirit and then burns when it is lighted. It is used for heating. Bunsen burner. It is a burner which uses the gas as a fuel to produce the flame. It is also used for heating. While performing experiments in a laboratory, we have to be very careful and we should follow these safety precautions. Wear a laboratory coat or an apron to protect your clothing. Never taste a chemical or inhale its vapor as it can be very harmful for your health. When a chemical is not in use, its container should be tightly closed to prevent it from spilling or vaporizing. If a chemical gets into your eyes or mouth or skin, wash the affected areas with cold water immediately and report it to the teacher in charge. In order to neutralize acid spills on clothing or skin, use a very dilute ammonia or sodium bicarbonate solution. Keep inflammable chemicals like alcohol, acetone away from the burner as they catch fire very easily. Never add water to a concentrated acid like sulfuric acid as it may break the glass container, causing dangerous spill. Always add acid to water slowly while stirring continuously. Never throw a burning matchstick or a burning paper into the sink, as it may ignite a discarded flammable liquid. Chemicals can be absorbed through the skin very easily. Thus, it is a good habit to wash your hands immediately after they come in contact with any chemical. Carefully listen to the instructions of the teacher in charge. That's all from this chapter. So these are some of the objective questions from this chapter. I would ask you to write down these questions in a copy and try to solve it. And these are some answers from this chapter. Write this down in your copy and learn it.